We're live,
We're
Paul.
live, Paul.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
My voice is going really out right now. We're so excited to have the Lehigh Fishing Co. company. Sorry. And FW22 and BSPR LLC. We have so many great people here. Adam Griffith with FW22 and Scott, my man from the Lehigh Fishing Co. And we're here to talk about something we're about to do. To help the FW22 organization out September 24th. So we're glad we have everybody here. I hope everybody had a great Labor Day weekend. Today is my birthday. It's a national holiday. It's my birthday. So everybody should celebrate. So I'm so grateful that I'm. So Adam, why don't you? We've talked with you many times. But let's let him know about what FW22 is.
So happy birthday, Paul.
Thank you. And I didn't get any gifts from you.
Look, just having me around as your family,
it should be a gift.
So go into the history about it. Fort Wayne 22. It's a local veteran nonprofit that's focused on assisting veterans suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, traumatic brain injuries, and helping educate on suicide prevention and mental illness. We were organized by two Marines 8 years ago that had lost a very close battle buddy to suicide, and they wanted to make a difference. So out of that, FW22 became a realization. A year later, we became an official nonprofit. And since then, we have substantially grown. As our organization has evolved to not just local community, but also stateside.
And that's
You're on video.
We appreciate what you do. And that's why our company supports FW22, and that's why BSPR LLC has donated so a lot of gifts to help with their auction coming up on September 24th.
I can personally say that BSPR has been a huge benefactor to have as a partner this year, and is definitely brought some companies to light that we haven't used or knew even knew about. one of those is Scott with Lehigh Fishing. Like I don't fish. I use it as an excuse to drink, but I don't touch anything. So
we'll get together sometime.
But like just looking into some of these companies that BSPR works with, it's just outstanding. Some of the products, quality, and the people in general are absolutely amazing. So we're lucky that we get to meet firsthand and we can kind of talk about what he's doing for us, with us, we should say. But yeah, so Paul, thank you again for inviting me into the BSPR family.
Well, we're so grateful to have an organization like you. We're proud to work with. You guys are doing such great things. And yes, we have a lot of great companies that we represent. But you're doing great things. Humanity. So you guys are doing good things for people. And we do good things to help people get outdoors. But you help people mentally get outdoors.
Yeah, so hopefully they can get outdoors and enjoy life.
Yes. I think we have Scott to jump in here.
Oh, well, first off, I'm just honored to be a part of this. I'm glad that you guys commissioned me to build this rod. This is something that's near and dear to me. I'm a disabled vet myself. I've been run through the ringer. So, yeah, very, very glad to be a part of this.
Well, we're so thankful. If you guys know about the Lehigh Fishing Company, these are not cookie cutter rods. They're the best of the best. You won't find them at Walmart. These are These are the best of the best.
Yeah, I hand make each rod blank one at a time right here in my shop. I'm standing in my shop right now as we speak. Yeah, everything's.
What does she show?
Say again.
Show us a little something.
Oh, well, here's one right here. Got a rod right here. This is the one that I'll be building for the fundraiser. This is an all fiberglass rod, model GS56 ML, medium light. It's old school, it's fiberglass. A lot of guys are going back to those old fiberglass rods. So, we have our fiberglass rod here. We use nothing but good stuff. We got, high grade cork, got that nice ergonomic reel seat there for all day fishing comfort. It's got the airwave guides for added casting distance. All the goodies all in one little 5'6" rod.
That's awesome. And Adam, he might be maybe contributing one of these to your auction. I don't know. That's up to Scott.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I'm honored to be part of this. yeah. I'm on. Like I said, this is something that's near and dear to my heart. So I'm glad that that you considered me for this build.
And exactly. You can always check out FW22 on our site. You can go to their site and always go to the Lehigh Fishing Company. And they're on our site because we're the ones that are taking them global. Because there's nobody else there that builds a rod like the Lehigh Fishing Company.
Nope, took me 2.5 years to figure it out. I didn't want to do what everybody else was doing.
Yeah, I will say when Paul brought up Lehigh Fishing Company, I was like, he just said, Adam, go to the website, check it out. It's absolutely amazing stuff. And, okay, a fishing rod's a fishing rod, right? Absolutely, I'm wrong. I'll stand corrected. But just the artwork, the craftsmanship, and the quality is just outstanding. I mean, I've been to stores. I've looked at fishing rods. I've seen the Spider-Man fishing rods for kids. The big kid fishing rods. Right. From the videos, the walkthrough that you got. It's the detail and the amount of time that it takes to do this. To say that it's truly custom, is probably an understatement. I don't think there's anything that isn't custom on that rod.
Yeah. I often use the quote, the closest thing to a production rod or a custom rod in a production rod. Normally you go into a store, you pick up a rod off a shelf, and that's what you're stuck with. But you can go to my website or go through Paul if you're a distributor, and you can actually get a rod with options. So yeah, I'm a little bit more unique than your typical rod manufacturer would be.
Well, it's not only that, Scott. You actually put time into each rod, and you know this is going to somebody that is going to cherish the rest of their career. Fishing career. I mean, I'm not buying a Snoopy rod.
I use a Snoopy rod. Yeah, these are not disposable rods. That's commonplace for today's day and age. Everything's disposable. No, every one of my rods is backed by a 20-year warranty. Anything at all happens to this rod, get it back to me. I either fix or replace it, no questions asked. And that you really don't find too much in today's world.
Not at all. And then, Adam, that's something that the people that might be bidding on this for an auction that Scott is contributing because that's going to be an added bonus.
Yeah, well,
it's definitely an added bonus.
I know when I found out and we discussed and we were working on all this to get this rod conditioning for my annual 22-foot hike. We have 1,000 lakes in our state, if not more. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, it's insane. And then the amount of fishers or fishermen that we have, or people that just enjoy fishing as, I don't know, just a recreational activity. That doesn't include drinking. They've been super excited that this will be the first year that we have a fishing rod for auction. And not as just any fishing rod.
Let me stop you there. Not a fishing rod. It's the fishing company rod.
There you go.
You're specific enough, Adam.
Hey, look.
That's the best.
We can talk cars. I won't mess that up. Okay. But I will say the veterans that I have talked to,
we have the Bugatti of the Lehigh Fishing Company.
Yeah, I will say when we had some talks with some of the veterans that I talked to, ones that were asking about the event this year, because we are changing some things. You know, they asked about the items that we would possibly have this year. So when I was able to tell them that we have a custom rod from the Lehigh Fishing Company. You know, they're like, we're gonna have a custom rod this year. Like, we didn't think you guys did anything. I said, well, you know, we're trying to branch out. But it's just been an overwhelming response of people just super excited to see this rod in person. And you know, hopefully that'll help you, Scott. You know, kind of grow as well.
Sure.
But it'll be just really exciting to showcase this at our event.
Oh yeah, like I said, I'm honored to be a part of it. And one other thing, you know, as far as fishing, now for me personally, it's therapy. It really is. And I know, you know, there are a number of organizations out there that take vets out on the water because it's therapeutic. And, you know, like I said, I personally use it for my therapy. Whenever, you know, life gets the best of me, what better thing to do than just go hit the water and forget about everything for a while, you know? And, you know, like I said, for me to be a part of this, you know, I'm honored.
Well,
we're so blessed
to have two companies
like FW22
and the
Lehigh Fishing Company.
I'm sorry, my voice is going.
You're good, Paul.
I think I celebrated
my birthday.
Probably from blowing out all those candles.
Shut up. We're so blessed to have two major companies that are doing good things for the veterans. And we
appreciate that.
And Ryan,
I think.
Hey, you guys, I'm back up in here.
Welcome back.
Ryan,
Director of IT.
Yeah, actually, I was going to say, Paul. Maybe if you unplug the headset, it might help. But I don't know if you need the headphones. How's that? We can't hear you though. I'm gonna unmute you. You there? Oh, I think that's your only mic. There you go, Paul.
Am I good now?
Yeah, I got you.
Rocking and rolling now.
I just like my headphones.
We look cool. Ryan's part of the veterans
as well.
Yeah, I'm a veteran. I'm a veteran as well. Navy veteran. Can't really say what I do on here without contacting someone else and asking for permission. So
it's under.
No, nothing like that. It's just we can't represent ourselves as someone without having first permission.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just.
Everybody, Adam, why don't you talk more about September 20th? How they can bid on the.
Yeah. So our event this year is going to be 22K. It's always a 22K. That's our flagship event. That's That's what we were founded upon. That was the first event as the organization ever did, and it's going to be the event that we always make sure we do every year. And so what we're doing this year is we did change the location. So instead of blocking off some major roads, we have now been able to work with the city and use the actual nature trails as our walking points, and we'll be stopping at some local businesses along that hike just to get water and stuff like that. Better turnaround points, a little bit more safer without frustrating the drivers on the road trying to get to and from appointments or meetings, work, whatever. And then at the end, during this time, we'll have a couple companies there in person that have setting up booths to talk to you about their services and what they can do for the community. Some have been good partners with us as well that are supplying water for our water stops. One supplying a heated and cooled latrine system that's on a trailer at one of the stops for free. Obviously you got like companies like the Lehigh Fishing Company supplying or being commissioned to have a custom, one of a kind, nothing off the shelf rod, to have us be able to try to auction off and bring in some money so we can continue our mission of helping veterans. And that's just one of a few that we have this year. Most that have been brought on by BSPR, honestly, for the either donations or commission pieces. They've definitely been a big support. And then through this, we'll have some kid-friendly games. I think we kind of went above and beyond this year as far as activities for the kids. And I will say that probably the biggest thing that I'm most proud of as an organization, and I let the board members and everything else, is because of companies like BSPR, and multiple other companies. Forever Metal Roofing is another big contributor that we have. We have tons of high dollar sponsors this year. Because of all their efforts, this is the first year that every single veteran will be free, to include their shirt, everything else.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, I mean, that is a milestone for us, because that was always the goal years ago, was for it to be an event that veterans can go to, where not every veteran, has the financial means to go do stuff necessarily, but here's a free event that they can go and attend, maybe even bring their kids, and they can actually have like a family day with no obligation to anybody. They can just hang out with other like-minded individuals, or people under a similar path that they went through. Get them out of the house, let their kids have a fun day. Hell, they can even have a fun day playing. I plan on playing some tic-tac-toe. Why? Because I beat my 18-year-old stepdaughter at it. So yes, I'm a reigning champion, and I'm going to hold that near and dear to my heart. So I will challenge any adult at this event. But again, that is a huge milestone for us as an organization. We are big, but we're very small internally. We continue to grow as far as what we're able to do because of donations, the volunteering, the money that we're able to bring in through all of our efforts, but it's still a small group doing this. And so the 24th is just that, that's our flagship event. That's what allows us to continue to educate the community, provide assistance to veterans that, a lot of times they fall in this gray area where they don't necessarily aren't available to receive government help or, help from the state. But they also aren't receiving, or they're waiting for help from the VA, or they're just kind of in that gray area. or when a traumatic event happens, for like, we're dealing with a situation right now where a veteran lost the battle of mental health last week. We were alerted, and he was the breadwinner for that family. So the wife and the kids don't know what to do for the VA, but they also can barely be helped. So we're able to step in and put them into the resources. We're able to do some of that, and hey, you know what? We can see what we can do to help financially, right? To get you through the next month. We can put you in with other organizations. We might be able to financially help depending on the situation, and costs and everything else. But those are the things that we do every week. We just aren't a company or an organization, I should say, that publicizes that we're helping these veterans. Like if you know FW22, you know that that's what we're about.
We do, and that's why we support you.
And we have one of the largest followings out of any nonprofit in our surrounding area. We have the largest amount of attendees. We have the biggest amount of support, I feel, within the community. But because of things like getting commissioned items from, companies like the Lehigh Fishing Company, I think we've had Tuck Tech, we've had Ocean Moon. I think that's what it was.
Crescent Moon.
Thank you. I even have the box right here. But because of companies like that and like Liquid Mayhem, that's all going to bring us money that we can put up for a donation. We receive the money and we can put that right back into the community. Our overhead has been covered by a generous benefactor that gave us a grant specifically for our operating expenses. So the money raised doesn't go into overhead for us. Like it all goes back.
Yeah. And it's companies like Lehigh Fishing Company that are doing good things and being great. I mean, there's no rod. I guarantee you, I'll put money to dollars on there. You can't find a rod like the Lehigh Fishing Company out there. So there's people like this that are producing the best out there and donating back, to companies like you, or organizations, not companies, but organizations like you to help out a good cause. So we want to thank, FW22, and we want to thank, the Lehigh Fishing Company for everything that you guys do, just in general, and being great human beings.
Well, I appreciate it, Paul. I think you have to say that because I know where you live, maybe.
Well, no, and Scott.
And he's trained.
a little.
And Scott, thank you so much for everything that you're doing and building the best one on the planet.
My pleasure.
Scott, I have a question.
What's up?
Why fishing poles? Why fishing rods? Why? What made you want to do that?
It's been a passion of mine my whole life, and I was fortunate enough and maybe crazy enough to turn my passion into a business. Now that's it's as simple as that. And I didn't want to do what everybody else was doing. It's just not my style. So I came up with a new concept, a blank design, and it took me 2.5 years to figure it out, and I finally figured it out, and I've been had my head down ever since, pushing forward. How long does it take to make? On average it takes at least 12 hours to make one rod, and that's not including the final cure, because once you wrap the guides on there, you have to put a clear coat over the thread wraps, and that usually takes about 18 to 24 hours cure. But time in my hand about 12 hours to make a rod.
What about the golf putters?
The golf putters, yeah, they're a bit easier to make because essentially I'm manufacturing the shaft and purchasing the putter heads and the grips, and it's they're very easy to make. But that's where I need you, Paul, because people know me for fishing rods. They don't know me for golf putters.
Well, Adam, get the word out. We're selling golf putters too.
Yeah. What we are going to do is we have found through multiple studies and surveys that the closer we get to our event is when people really latch on to the items and the companies that we're going to have items from at our for like silent auction and raffle. So Scott, you will get tagged as far as Lehigh Fishing Company for the commission.
All right, I appreciate that.
And we also put out there about the putting or the putter, the custom putter rods. So.
Oh, he's going to get his custom putt. You just open up the snake hole here, because he's gonna go get one.
Oh yeah, I saw him. I was like, wait, so this guy's doing fishing rods and putter. Like, okay, well, I need a driver. I need a pitching wedge, a sand wedge.
I'm just doing putters for now. Baby steps. Like I said, I'm not too well known in the golf industry, so just baby steps. Something that's low impact. That's a putter. So I make putters. I can make a variety of colors for the shaft, a variety of putter heads, and also grips. Now I prefer the Super Stroke. That's I generally use that grip.
He says he's not well. That's why he has me.
Why?
I can hope so, Paul. I can hope so. Like I said, I'm not well known in the golf industry. Hopefully somebody out there is a golfer.
I'm pretty sure somebody that's in the golf industry, his last name is Singh.
Yeah, first name is Bobby, I'm sure, too.
Yeah. He's got a cousin, too.
But we'll make sure that the Lehigh Fishing Company gets the shout outs on our Facebook and Instagram. And we just had an event with the Marine Corps League here in Fort Wayne that does a golf outing, and the money raised goes to FW22 on Sunday. So some of the board members that were in that event, who I'd already talked to, that we were had already started working with you prior to this podcast, but had already started putting things into works the last 2 weeks. We had gone on as an organization and kind of looked at everything. So I know one of my board members is very interested, and I know brought it up to a couple other golfing buddies. So hopefully that'll help bring some awareness to that you're more than just a fishing company.
I don't think there's anything that can't do.
Yeah, like I said, I'm trying to branch out with this technology. I just didn't want to stay with the rods. I do play golf. It's probably the most frustrating thing I do in my life, but I try anyway. I used to be good at one time. My son can beat me now, though. But I want to take the technology to other industries. I want to branch out with it, and I'm starting with the golf putters.
Well, you golf, and then you fish to blow off your steam.
No, I usually golf and then drink a lot.
Oh, okay.
or drink a lot while I'm playing golf. One of the, one of the two.
Golf and fishing is both a drinking sport to me. So
we don't condone.
You know what's funny? You say that, but most of the time while I'm fishing, I don't have a beer in my hand because I'm working. At that point, I'm working. I'm trying to catch fish. I don't just drown bait. I'm working lures and whatnot. I'm a very proactive fisherman. So most, I'll drink after I come off the water. But while I'm fishing, nah, I'm working.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the last time I went fishing, I don't even think I know I didn't buy bait, and I don't think my line ever touched the water, but my cooler was empty by the time I left.
Listen, you booze hounds. We're talking about an auction and the Lehigh Fishing Company. You guys can drink on your own time. We're talking about business here.
Yeah, we got off on a tangent there, but yeah.
So, how many of these rods do you usually make in a year?
In a year? Boy, that's a good question. I would say anywhere from
the customer.
Yeah, I'd say over, maybe between 300 and 500 a year. Yeah, somewhere in that neighborhood. I've been doing this now for, let me see, 12 years. When I finally got started putting rods out the door, and it's been a struggle, but as of late, people are learning about me, and word of mouth has been a good advertising tool. Social media. I've used a lot of social media. Now I got Paul and his gang, getting word out for me. So, it's been an uphill battle, but it wasn't one that I gave up on. I kept going, and here I am today. I just keep pushing forward.
We're gonna get you, my friend. BSPR LLC.
And I appreciate that.
That's actually quite impressive, considering like how labor intensive it is to make those poles. Like you must be just always working all of the time.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. That's all I do. If I'm not working, I coach youth hockey, so I'm very involved with hockey. Now we're into hockey season, so I go right from the shop to the rink a lot. So, but yeah, it takes up a lot of my time. But like I said, it's something that I'm passionate about. So for me, it's not work.
Yeah. Well, that's great. I just wanted to thank everybody so much for the opportunity to work with FW22 on their new auction coming out September 24th, and for the Lehigh Fishing Company for being such a great contributor to the auction. And I just can't thank them enough, because I'm gonna sell the living crap out of them. I'm telling you, because not only their fishing rods, but their golf putters as well. So
that would
anybody from Callaway Golf, watch out.
Go get him, Paul.
Brian knows me. He knows how.
Yeah, Paul is relentless. I'll give him that. He does not quit. He's not a quitter by any means. He's very driven and focused.
That I am. But everybody, thank you so much. Scott, thank you for being you and your great company that we're going to kill down the road as far as sales. And Adam, we'll be with you down the road, whatever you need, okay?
Appreciate it, Paul. Scott, again, thank you very much.
Hey, my pleasure. Glad to be a part.
And I want happy birthday from Ryan, happy birthday from Scott, and happy birthday from Adam. So go ahead and give it to me.
Oh, let me
You know,
I don't think we can actually sing that. It's like copyrighted, right?
That's enough. That's enough.
Yeah, there's a reason I built fishing rods. I can't sing worth a lick.
Yeah,
Hey,
we're good.
there's a reason why I work behind the scenes.
Yeah, we're good. Everybody have a good evening. And thank you so much. Take care.